Hi guys out there in YouTube land, Chibi here with my take on The Hobbit. So, first off, all in all, I really loved the movie and give it super thumbs up, and I'll probably see it a third time before it leaves the cheap theater. So, as a whole, I really liked the visuals of this movie. I understand a lot of people, actually, maybe not a lot. Okay, some people had a problem with the frames per second that they filmed the movie in and stuff like that, but I personally don't agree, and I didn't really see where it was any problem at all, and I just thought the movie was gorgeous. So gorgeous. I also really liked the flow of the movie. I liked the speed it went at and how, it didn't go too fast, and it never, for me personally, went too slow. I think the only time in the movie where I wished it would have gone a little bit faster was the escape from the trolls with Gollum and stuff. Bits and pieces of that seemed a little bit annoyingly slow. That, I think, mainly came from the fact that I just wanted to see what was going to happen next. And I really didn't notice it the first time I watched it. It was more the second time, and then I wanted to see the next part, and I knew it was coming, so that might be why. In all, I really didn't see anything majorly negative about this film. It doesn't require you to watch Lord of the Rings. Of course, it's a prequel, not a sequel. So if you've never seen Lord of the Rings, you can still go see this movie and maybe be inspired to watch The Lord of the Rings after you've finished seeing all three of these. But I do think there are some pluses in having seen The Lord of the Rings first. There are kind of little tidbits here and there where if you really have seen The Lord of the Rings, either remember them well or have seen them again within a short period of seeing The Hobbit, you kind of get these little tidbits that make you go. And also, one of the dwarves in it is, if you don't know, I guess kind of spoiler alert, one of the dwarves is Gimli's father. I think that's right. It's his father. So there are little tidbits in there that if you've seen Lord of the Rings before, kind of makes you, especially because some of the same characters do come back from the Lord of the Rings. I love how somehow they chose the perfect actors who don't age for certain characters. Apparently they're fantastic like that, because none of them looked like they had aged. I didn't keep up with all of those actors, so when I was going to go see The Hobbit, I was like, you want to play the character 60 years earlier, but you're older. This is going to be fun. But it actually came out really well. Mainly because, I guess, Sir Ian McKellen and the others are just awesome like that. So, all in all, there's not a lot to be said about the movie in my personal opinion, and its negatives or positive. It's a good fantasy movie, it's beautiful, and I love the way it was executed. So, on to my personal opinions and fangirling and things like this. So, to start off with, my background story behind The Hobbit. I have quite an fantastic one this time. And a much longer one than I'll probably have in a long time for my movie reviews. So, how did I come to see The Hobbit? I, of course, am in the age group that grew up with The Lord of the Rings. Now, I never read The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. I think when I first saw The Lord of the Rings, I really wasn't that good of a reader. I am dyslexic and all that fun stuff and slow, so reading The Lord of the Rings is not like reading things that are a lot easier than Lord of the Rings to read. So I never, actually to this day, have never read Lord of the Rings. I'm hopefully going to start reading The Hobbit eventually. I keep talking about that, but I keep not doing it, so. So the long story is, if I remember correctly, went to go see Lord of the Rings kind of on a whim. At least it was for me personally. I was dragged to go see it with my cousins. and fell quite in love with the movie and really liked it. and got really excited and really into it. As time progressed for the other movies to come out, I was slowly becoming a huge otaku, hugely into anime, and I was losing a lot of interest in American things, and so I kind of like peaked with Lord of the Rings, and then by the time like the last movie came out, I really wasn't that into it. Because when I saw the second movie, we were super hyped to watch it. We were intentionally going to go see it because we really wanted to see it because we loved the first movie. And then we saw it twice in a row on the same day at the movie theaters. That was interesting and a very long experience. But totally worth it back then. And then by the time the next movie came out, we did see it in theaters, and I was still kind of excited about it, but not as much. And then by the time the DVD came out for that, well, you can kind of see how that worked out. I have like this abtastic version of the first two movies. Like I have the extended blah 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 with all the extras, and I had like a $5 copy of the Return of the King. I've since corrected that, but I really did, and I lost a lot of interest. And by the time The Hobbit started filming, it just took so long, and there were bits in time when they were talking about The Hobbit, you know, like, long time ago, that I was super excited, and I'd go in and out. By the time they actually started filming it, I kind of forgot about The Hobbit completely, and it was really sad, and I'm kind of mad at myself for doing that, but life works that way, right? And so I didn't go see The Hobbit the first weekend it was out, or probably, I don't even remember how long it had been out before I actually went and saw it. But, God, my nose itches, of course, while I'm on film. God. And, I actually only went to go see it because I knew I liked Lord of the Rings. I really wanted to go to the movies, and I'm a Sherlock fan, so, of course, there's some in there that makes me want to go see it. And so I went and saw it, and I saw it for the first time by myself. I was like almost late to go see it. Like I barely made it in the theater by the skin of my teeth on time. Watched the movie, and I was just like, it's really pretty. It's a beautiful movie. It was interesting, and I liked it. But that's kind of all I felt about it. And, I really don't know why I felt that way the first time, but as time progressed, I, you know, was on social media sites, seeing all the stuff, blah, 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 and going back and watching some of the filming type background stuff that they had on YouTube and blah, and I started getting more and more excited about the film, and started shipping, and started, you know, really getting into the characters, reading a little bit more background about some of the dwarves in, like, the companion books and stuff. And then finally, I think a week or two later, my friend wanted to go see The Hobbit, and I wanted to go see The Hobbit again. So by the end of watching it the second time, no lie, I promise you, I was literally hugging the seat in front of me with my legs and my arms. I had my legs wrapped around it, my arms wrapped around it, going, I can't handle the feels. I just like, all the feels. I could not handle myself. I was whining. I was just like, my friend is sitting there beside me, and just smiling and giggling at me the whole time, because I was just like hugging the chair, going, I can't do this. And an OTP formed from watching it the second time. I love Thor and Bilbo. That's just, I love it. And it's just the last scene in the movie, and the two of them, and me, and and I also like Feely and Keely, and don't get mad at me, I don't really care. They're fictional characters, and they can't have babies. Leave me alone. killing me. The second time around, like, I really just wanted to just yell at the screen. I was having so many feels. And, yeah. And my friend was kind of, she was excited about the movie, but I think she kind of had the same reaction to me. It's like this delayed reaction, because now we both want to see it again. Fortunately, we have like a $3 theater near us that generally picks up every movie that comes out that's semi-popular for like a week or two, and then skips to the next movie because there's only 2 theaters. There's only 2 theaters in the whole thing, so it's like one normal movie for everybody and one kind of specialty movie that they're constantly playing. So we're definitely going to be going to see it again. But this is running way, oh shit. This thing probably bleeps out at about 10 minutes, and I'm really sorry about that. I forgot all about that. And you're just going to see me babbling with no sound, and I don't know what I was saying at that time period. Really sorry about that. But this thing has gotten way longer than it should have, and I'm really, really sorry. So, if you made it to the end, yes! If you didn't, then I understand, and you're not seeing this anyway, so it doesn't matter. But, anyways.